Our final race from the Teng Tools Shenington Superprix is the IAME Cadets. Alfie Baxter-Davies and Bradley Beavers on the front row from Max Hall and Joe Sheppy. Alfie Briggs is fifth alongside JP Sleater, with Arnold, Speed, Dudfield and Slee chasing the pack. Aidan Hassan in 11th could be a good bet for this one. Nathan Browning and Ryan Ward on the 8th row together, with Ken Caudle and Zico Hopkins-Collis giving chase from the back row. Here we go. Tally-ho, chaps! And into the first couple of corners, through Park and into Cafe. This is going to be an interesting battle for our leader, the 31, Alfie Baxter-Davies, trying to hang on to this one as they go through. My tip for this one, it's a bit of an outside bet, but keep an eye on Alfie Briggs. He is sure to be a strong runner in this one. He's got some great racecraft on him from his days in Bambino. He has been very strong making the switch to cadet racing. I have a feeling he's a star talent of the future, Alan.
That's a decent lead early doors, by the way, for Alfie Baxter-Davies. Who's in second? That's Joe Sheppy on the 41, I'm sure. Joe, somebody we know quite well, Jake, for the last few years. He's been making steady progress and looking good here. Be looking to convert second place into an SB plate here at Shenington for the next year, but Alfie Baxter-Davies leads it as we come to the conclusion of the first lap. Zico Hopkins-Collis in this one as well, Jake. Zico Hopkins-Collis, I'm assuming his dad, called him Zico, wanted him to play football, but he's ended up in karting anyway.
Very good point. Now, 7th position at the moment is Alfie Briggs, so he's lost a couple of places. AJ Arnold has moved up to P4 behind Max Hall. So Beavers is 5th from Speed, Briggs, Sleater, Dudfield, Sindler and Hassan as they work their way through the hairpin. At the end of the second lap this will be. Good battles all the way through.
Max Speed, Jake. Good name, but if you want to impress me, his first name's got to be Maximum, not Max.
Well, is Maximus okay? Would that do
Maximus Hall the Gladiator, we know him really well. That's a great name as well. Obviously a fan of the Gladiator, his mum.
Well, the Gladiator's on the march. Here he goes. Max Hall makes the move on the inside there of Joe Sheppy. Sheppy's going to try and get him on the undercut, but Max Hall will not let him get that position back. And here comes AJ Arnold for good measure into 3rd position on the inside line as well. But is Joe Sheppy going to be able to hang on to this round the outside? He has to think about it, has to let him go.
AJ holds on to it. Another great first name. Not Adge, just call him AJ. That's a great name right there.
Well, Joe Sheppy in 4th position now, giving chase to AJ Arnold. Bradley Beavers in 5th place from Max Speed, Alfie Briggs, JP Sleater, Daniel Dudfield, Ryan Ward, Aidan Hassan, Luke Sindler and Kyle Slee. Some great racing all the way through the pack.
So we've got AJ and JP. So obviously that must be the new thing, naming your kids just with 2 initials.
Well, it's pretty cool. It makes you look more like an American footballer than it does a racing driver, admittedly. But
True.
OK, we might start a trend here. Alfie Baxter-Davies, Max Hall and AJ Arnold is your top 3 at the moment. Here comes Max Speed, though, having a little bit of a battle. Who's that that's got through into 4th place? That's Brad Beavers. Brad Beavers has moved up into 4th place. So Sheppy through to 3rd, Beavers through to 4th, AJ Arnold in 5th ahead of Max Speed.
Beavers lost place. I think he started P2, Jake, wasn't he, Brad Beavers, and lost places and getting his way back up towards the front now. That is Maximus Hall picked out, starting P3, about to take the lead. Does he take the lead?
Oh, he's going to run wide. That's a chance for Joe Sheppy.
Yeah, Sheppy's come from 3rd to 1st. What a great move. And 3 abreast going down into Bruno Ferrari. That's not going to work, is it? No, they sort themselves out.
Well, that was very close indeed. I thought we were going to have a multiple pile-up there into Bruno chicane, and not for the first time today either. But that was a very strong run there from Joe Sheppy to come out of Stratford hairpin to take the lead of the race. I didn't think Alfie Baxter-Davies would have things his own way all day long. It's too close a field for that. Brad Beavers now up to 2nd position as a result of that. Max Hall is through into 3rd. So where is Alfie Baxter-Davies? He's down to 6th position. He led going into that lap, and he's now down behind AJ Arnold in P6. Alfie Briggs is there behind JP Sleater in 7th and 8th position, those two. Dudfield's up to 9th from Ward, Hassan, Lucasfield, Luke Sindler and Kyle Slee.
Picked out is Maximum Speed on the 81 car. I call him Maximum Speed. Of course, his parents called him Max Speed incorrectly.
That's going to stick for you, isn't it?
It is.
It's a bit like the IndyCar driver Will Power. There are some racers that are just born to be winners in the world of motorsport, and with a name like Max Speed, he's sure to go far. Joe Sheppy from Brad Beavers, Max Hall, Max Speed, AJ Arnold and Alfie Baxter-Davies trying to get himself back into a race-winning position. Here goes Max Hall up the inside and takes that 2nd position back from Brad Beavers. Beavers gets right onto his bumper to try and take it back again later in the lap, and now it looks like Alfie Baxter-Davies has got himself back into P5 behind Speed and ahead of Arnold. Is the 41 Joe Sheppy going to lose? Yes, he does. Hall has got through to the lead, and Beavers has got through in a 2nd. Joe Sheppy down to 3rd.
This is the official MSA Motorsport Association British Championship Class 4 cadet drivers from 8 years of age in the UK, and it always delivers action, and none more so this weekend. We've got 8 drivers, I think, out front. We got great action down the field, somebody making up 2 places through Stratford Hairpin.
I think it's that little battle with the likes of Downing and Browning. That's definitely a comedy combination of the future with those two, with names like that. Sheppy was the leader, now down in third. Hall is your leader, Beavers second from Sheppy, Speed, Baxter Davies and Arnold. Sleater is now 7th, Briggs is 8th from Ward, Dudfield, Field and Aidan Hassan, the young Milton Keynes-based driver. Up the inside comes Alfie Baxter Davies, going to make the move for 3rd position on Joe Sheppy. Not if Joe's got anything to say about it. Nicely defended there on the inside line for Cafe. He just stuck to his guns, held the racing line and beautifully defended there. But Max Hall is your race leader. The Gladiator has come forward.
Yeah, Gladiator leads it from Beavers there in 2nd, started P2, dropped places early and got it back now as they go down Stratford into the chicane one more time. Great pictures from the drone, gives you a great overall view of the race action. The 17 kart leading the chase there is Ryan Ward with Daniel Dudfield, I think it is, right behind him.
I think Sleater has managed to make the move on Arnold. I wonder if Arnold made a mistake coming out of the Bruno chicane and has lost ground. In fact, I think he's lost 2 places because Alfie Briggs has got through as well in the 47. So that looks to me as though a couple of problems there for AJ Arnold as he loses 2 places on that lap. Sheppy now loses the place to Alfie Baxter Davies in 3rd. So Alfie Baxter Davies moves up into P3, trying his best to work further forward. So it's Hall from Beavers, Baxter Davies, Sheppy, Speed, Sleater, Briggs and Arnold.
It looks like the winner will come from one of these top 5, Jake, as they come through the Stratford Hairpin one more time again. Great pictures from the drone, great overall view of the action and where the drivers are.
Absolutely. Well, we've said that in the past, haven't we? The winner's going to come from this queue of karts out in front, and then they start battling and more join the train, and particularly as well in IAME Cadet. Never mind it being wishful thinking, it happens regularly in this class as we get so many great battles at the front, and then the drivers behind think, right, you're scrapping away, I can pick up a nice tasty victory out of this one. So we've got a few minutes to go, but here's the move for the lead. Is that going to be Alfie Baxter Davies trying to make the move? First on Bradley Beavers. He's got there, manages to squeeze into the outside apex of Cafe Corner and through in a 2nd position. Now he's going to make the move on Max Hall, surely, later on in this lap. I can see him making the move into Wilkins.
It looks like now the race winner will come from 1 of 4. It looks like the man in 5th place, Max Speed, hasn't got Max Speed today. And we've got somebody going off, the 2 leaders battling there. And one, that was the 31 kart, was off on the side as Alfie Baxter Davies was squeezed to the inside. He's being squeezed again. Can he get the lead?
On the inside,
held on to it. Great driving.
And now this is an opportunity for Beavers to get up the inside of Max Hall, and he gets into 2nd place. Oh, a little bit of jostling as Sheppy tries to come through as well, has to back out of it as Max Hall is there in 3rd position. But now we've got a new leader, and it's Alfie Baxter Davies at the front again.
And Max Speed is watching these karts battling in front, thinking, keep battling because I'm getting closer. And there he is. He's still in with a chance in 5th place.
Well, Sleater's made the move on Alfie Briggs further back, so it's Arnold in 6th from Sleater and Briggs. Ward is 9th, Dudfield is 10th, and that's the battle all the way down to the top 10. But the leaders, Baxter Davies, Beavers, Hall and Sheppy, tightening up their grip on this one, but they might lose ground to Max Speed if they keep jostling, and that means we're going to get a 5-kart scrap. Now, looking at the time we've got left, they should cross the line with 2 laps to go at the end of this one. So we've got 2 laps of no nonsense, no holds barred battling for the SP plate in IAME Cadet. Up the inside, that's the move for Maximus Hall. He's there in a 2nd position, so he gets the move done there on Brad Beavers. Joe Sheppy now working to push both of them closer to Alfie Baxter Davies, and we're going to get a 2-lap dash now to the flag. Max Hall still hanging on in 2nd position. Gladiator working on the back of Alfie Baxter Davies. Brad Beavers in 3rd, Sheppy in 4th. Max Speed trying to catch them, but he's got an opportunity if they keep squabbling. But joining the party, that looks as though he's got more scrabbling. Up the inside, 3 wide in Stratford Hairpin, and through to the lead goes. That's Beavers takes the lead. Sheppy now side by side with Hall, who squeezes into the outside, and Sheppy is nerfed back down to 4th place. He won't be happy about that.
Beavers from 3rd to 1st in Stratford Hairpin with 1 and a bit laps to go. Has he got track position at the right time? Maximus Hall.
Oh, Max Hall shoves in! Max Hall shoves in there down through towards Hanger. And that is 29 getting the hurry up in the biggest possible terms. Brad Beavers. Now we've got Sheppy going round the outside of both Alfie Baxter-Davies and Max Hall to try and move into second position as we go into the last lap. They're going to be wheel to wheel. Brad Beavers still hangs on to this one, but for how much longer?
Sheppy trying to go round the outside of Maximus Hall's probably helped the leader out, but they're still close enough. But this could be a race-winning lead as he got to Stratford Hairpin for the last time.
Well, Beavers has got to be very careful on this lap that he doesn't make a mistake, because one little error and those three drivers who are now right underneath him will make the move. We need to watch into Hanger and into Wilkins. Is there going to be a late lunge from Max? Oh, on the inside, he's taken him out! Both of them have gone off the circuit, and that's going to give the lead to Joe Sheppy. Sheppy's going to lead this one from Alfie Baxter-Davies, and there is the investigation for the 93 Max Hall. The Gladiator was too strong, too wily this time, and it's going to be Joe Sheppy, surely, who comes across the line. Alfie Baxter-Davies is going to push him right to the finish line. They're going to be close. They're going to be really close, but Sheppy's just going to get there in front of Alfie Baxter-Davies. Speed is third from Arnold, Sleater, Beavers and Alfie Briggs. Let's watch again. He makes the move, but it's too late into the corner for me. He's committed to it and nudged the 29 of Brad Beavers. His chances of winning the final are gone up in smoke. He finishes in 6th in the end behind JP Slater in 5th and AJ Arnold in 4th. Our podium runners, Max Speed inherits 3rd. Alfie Baxter-Davies, your runner-up, but the winner is Joe Sheppy. What a fantastic weekend it's been for the Teng Tools Shenington Superprix in 2017. Hopefully next year we'll be back when the Dogs of War will be out in force again. See you then, folks.